So you've probably heard the phrase, your resistance does not matter if you say it does not, right? But what does that even mean? Because it gets thrown around a lot. I'm in the Dubai airport, by the way. I have a layover here, a short one, and I board my flight to India in 25 minutes. But I was thinking of you and about this topic, so I really wanted to get on here quickly just to shoot this video. This is the airport. So anyway, it's really cool airport. First, let's define resistance, right? So here is an easy way to understand what resistance is. Resistance is when we push against this moment, telling ourselves that this moment is not enough. It's like when we feel like something is missing, and then we get upset about it. We get frustrated, angry, annoyed. We've all been there. I'm not some resistance-free zombie here, right? For instance, imagine you're trying to manifest a specific person or just a loving relationship, but you feel lonely right now. The thought might pop up, well, I should be in a relationship right now. That thought creates frustration, right? Along with it, sadness comes up because it's interpreting the moment as not enough. This is resistance. It's the reaction to the belief that this moment is not complete. So yeah, emotions like frustration, anger, or anxiety, they are a part of human experience. I'm not denying them, but where do they even come from? Have you thought about that? These feelings arise from what I call the separate self, the ego self, or the state of lack, right? It's when awareness, the real you, gets caught up in a story, attaching itself to thoughts like, I'm not good enough, or beliefs like, well, I need to fix this, otherwise I'm going to be in trouble. So this is the separate self, the ego, which is the mistaken identity that feels separate and incomplete. Yeah? So now back to the idea that resistance does not matter, even if you say it does not. When you recognize that resistance is just something appearing in awareness, it starts to lose its grip. You see it for what it is, simply awareness appearing as frustration or sadness or doubt. It's not a problem. It's not something you need to fight. It's not something you need to stamp out or ignore. And the moment you realize this, you're already neutralizing the resistance. You're making it zero. So let's make this practical for you to how to get to this neutral place with what I call my guided pause questions to help you experience this for yourself. This is the practical part. Just simply feel into these questions. Who is the one noticing these emotions right now? Who is this one? What happens if I don't label this feeling as good or bad? Can I allow this feeling to exist without trying to change it? Am I the emotion or the awareness that notices this? When you sit with these questions, you'll notice that something shifts. That feeling of resistance, the belief that this moment was never enough, starts to fade. Why? Because you're no longer fighting it. You're just seeing it as it is, just a passing experience in awareness. Does this make sense? I want to know your thoughts in the comments below. So now do you see how the phrase your resistance does not matter if you say it does not starts to make no sense now. It's like a nonsensical statement. So it's obviously not about just saying the words, it's about experiencing the truth behind them. So the statement itself becomes meaningless when you realize what is actually happening. It's about what happens when you actually look at your resistance and realize it's just something arising in awareness. So by observing it, using any of those questions, instead of fighting it, you're already stepping into a state of non-resistance. I mean, think about it. To even come to the conclusion that resistance does not matter, you're naturally becoming neutral about it. You're no longer treating the resistance as a problem to solve. Instead, you're seeing it for what it really is. Just a temporary feeling or thought that does not need fixing. Because nothing is going wrong. So this is not about ignoring resistance or forcing yourself to observe or forcing yourself to feel neutral. There's no force involved. It's about noticing that when you stop labeling the resistance as a problem, it loses its grip. You're no longer resisting the resistance. And from that space of neutrality, you can naturally understand that resistance never mattered in the first place because it was just awareness playing the role of resistance. And now it's faded back into stillness, right? So from this space, you naturally experience non-resistance. You realize that there was nothing to resist in the first place. The situation you thought was a problem was always neutral, always. It only felt like a problem because of the story your mind told about it. That's all that was going on, right? And here's the best part. When you're no longer caught up in resistance, you're free to manifest whatever you want by making a simple decision, assumption, or a choice, whether it's love, peace, money. It unfolds effortlessly because you're no longer standing in your own way. You're operating from a place of clarity, ease, and trust. You've shifted from resistance to allowing by resting and recognizing your true nature of awareness. And that is where the magic happens. So I would love to know your thoughts in the comments below. And I think I have to run actually in like 15 minutes. My gate is A2017. It's that way. And yeah, if you want to hit me up for coaching, video or email coaching, I'm still doing it even when I'm traveling to India. So yeah, the description and everything is in the linked in the description below. And you can also email me at hello@anilareddy.com or explore any of my courses. But I would love to read your insights on whatever you notice about your day, your week in the comments below. I just love hanging with you.